and none of this is any hard fast rule. It's just kind of me going through and finding what I like and what I don't like, and you might have your own personal preferences. Maybe you think the lighting's a bit too much, so you can always tone it back. But yeah, once you're at this point, kind of sky's the limit sort of thing on what you want to do. One pass that I haven't messed around with is this reflect pass, and it's a cool pass to kind of make him look like he's kind of sitting in an environment. Yeah, so you can turn it to like a screen mode, and you see, he's getting those reflections. So I'll do the same thing. I'll make a mask, and I'll just paint out areas that I think are too strong. Oops. So generally I tend to keep the reflections more like Fresnel reflections, and keep them anything, as the surface, rolls away from us, it'll have more reflections than the surface directly facing us. So we'll just kind of start to tone this back quite a bit. So it's all pretty strong right there. Just gonna tone that. Lower his opacity a little bit. So it's all really subtle for the most part, but I think it all helps kind of add to the overall image in the end, depending on what you want. And it all depends on just how much time you want to spend on these things. So I think some of these highlights might be a little bit too much. So yeah, so tracking some of this stuff down can be kind of a pain, but so yeah, so you see kind of where we almost started from, and then like once you start to add, see like that spec's not doing too much for me, so I'm just gonna get rid of him because I don't really think he's doing too much. Just keep playing around. Yeah, that the depth pass is blowing things out a little bit too much, so I'm just going to turn the opacity down here a little bit. So I'm going to take this cavity and multiply it. Yeah, so you see I'm getting some of that detail in there. I'm just going to kind of blur it a little bit in certain areas, just so it's not so strong. Yeah, see, so it works a little bit areas and better in these areas here than it does in kind of these areas where I didn't kind of bother with too much detail. And then you can so I'm gonna maybe play with the color for this guy. It's a little too saturated, but I just kind of want to see what I'm doing. But so just continuing. And one thing I like to do sometimes is window and then new window down here. So that creates a new window that I'll make really thumbnailish just to kind of see how it's working over here, and I'll just put that somewhere off to the side, and that way, I can kind of reference, what I'm doing as I'm working, and kind of seeing where this guy is at. And another cool thing that that Andrew Baker showed us is if to kind of see where our values are at. What I'm going to do is Control Shift Alt E at the top of the stack, and that's going to take everything under it and flatten it and combine it. And then I'm going to come up to here to filter. Where is it? Where are you? Filter gallery. I forgot where it's at. Where is posterize? Oh, it's. Excuse me 1 second. I'm trying to find posterize, and sometimes I forget where things are at. Boop, 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 doop. There it is. Brain fart for a second. So if we go to posterize, and we can kind of see, even on our little thumbnail here, like our highest points of interest are here. Maybe we're losing a little bit of the hand here in the background, and it might be a little too detailed here. But I think overall, it's kind of working pretty well for me. So so for right now, I'm gonna kind of say this is looking pretty cool overall. It's not perfect or anything. I'm not really feeling the background right now, but one thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to drop in a photo I took and use that kind of as a background. So I'm gonna Control C and then just drop this guy in. Kind of have him sitting. Oops. And I'm not going to use it just like this, of course, but I think there's some cool things going on. That's kind of neat. Filter, I'm gonna blur it. Nice little Gaussian blur. It's kind of cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna maybe pick a maybe like this color right here. Go to the top of my stack and do like a solid color. Hit OK, and then maybe put this on a screen layer and turn the opacity down. Light. Just to kind of and that's not really working for me. Yeah, that background's not working for me too well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of just paint in kind of what I want. We'll colorize. And then I'm just going to take a texture here. Just something, give it a little noise. Blur it a little bit. So I'm losing that edge a little bit. So this tutorial's running a little bit long, but that's okay. Hopefully it's not too boring. Oops. Adjust a little bit. Cramping up. Oh god. So yeah, sometimes you might have trouble, finding the right image or whatever. Might just need to to layer like another rock pass, and just play around with. That looks kind of cool. Filter, blur the sky. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I feel like I'm losing him a little bit. So maybe if I either turn the rim light on, that might help, but that might be too much. Well, let's run with this for a little bit. Tone him down here. Everywhere I don't need him. And it's good to take a break from what you're doing, because I'm already having a hard time, kind of seeing the end result here, but it's getting there. So, but that's the whole point, just kind of having fun with it and kind of seeing where things take you. And oops, wrong thing. So I use this kind of solid color pass as so the shadows don't get too dark. Just play around until you find something you like. The warmer colors kind of look cool too. Sometimes you go a little overboard, but always just tone it back just a little bit. So I think this color is not working out too well for me right now. So yeah, now that you're at this point, you can pretty much just paint in kind of whatever you want. So So what I might do, tone this back a little bit more. Another cool thing you can do, come here, excuse me, come here, photo filter is kind of cool. Just play around with these guys a little bit. Depending on the look you want to go for. So I think right now the thing that's kind of bothering me the most is the background. So I'm gonna go to my brush presets and maybe find something painterly. This over here. I'm gonna drop in a new layer. Kind of take this guy. Kind of brush in some stuff. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Kind of like the painterly look, at least at first anyway. So, apologize for not talking, but I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go with this guy. You know, this is the point where you can do a lot of different things and you know, go different places. Go back to my tone it down. So here we go. I'm gonna paint his eyeball here. Just gonna grab a. You don't really need all that much, which is kind of cool. I'm just gonna. Pop in a highlight there. Pop in a highlight there. Turn down my opacity and maybe just kind of soften that a little bit. And then I'm going to paint in just a little bit of shadow. Set that eyeball in there. Kind of paint in where I want. Maybe give him a more pronounced pupil, you know? Really make him look at us. I'm gonna go sharper for that guy. Yeah, that's feeling cool. Yeah, and you can always just play with grabbing textures and overlaying them. I don't really like to too much. Maybe a little bit out of laziness because I don't really feel like overlaying textures at the moment. But yeah, you can overlay textures. You know, get yourself a little more detail, like some wrinkles. Yeah, whatever you want to do. It's a pretty open process. Yeah, those eyes are feeling a little bit better. So what I'm gonna do... Yeah, something about that background. I'm not really feeling too much, but I'm not gonna worry about it still. What I am gonna do, I had this image that he's gonna be just gonna draw like a sphere thingy in here. A little glowy ball sort of thing. Maybe make it match this. Yeah, I think that's cool. Maybe a little color overlay, possibly. No, maybe it looks good black.